Welcome to I Am Living Legacy, where Black stories breathe and legacies live. I'm your host, Dr. G, and this is our soft, sacred space, a place where everyday voices hold extraordinary truth. Here, we gather the lived wisdom of our people, life lessons, joys, grief, resilience, and love, passed down through generations. In a world that has worked hard to erase our histories, this is our resistance. We remember, we speak, we carry forward. These stories are not just memories. They are maps. They are mirrors. They are medicine. So settle in, take a breath. You belong here. Welcome back to I Am Living Legacy. Today's conversation is not easy, but it is sacred. It carries love, struggle, and legacy that I feel called to offer you. Today, I want to take you through my husband's journey, his battle with cancer, his daily walk of sobriety, and the strength I've gathered from him because of the strength he carries within. This isn't just about illness and recovery. It's the story of a journey we've walked together for 35 years, through challenges, setbacks, and dreams still unfolding. Through all of it, the storms and the sunlight, love has been the thread, and faith has been the anchor. When I think of his cancer journey, what stays with me most is not just the appointments or the treatment. It's the moments in between. I remember quiet nights when fear is heavy, but he still finds ways to carry joy. I remember sitting in hospital rooms where time felt both painfully slow and strangely sacred. And I think of the ways his presence, steady, grounded, gives me permission to breathe when I'm not sure I can. In these moments, strength is quiet, almost hidden, found in the stillness of silent spaces, where breath feels heavy and hope feels fragile. I watch him carry a weight that's heavier than my heart can hold. Yet he still holds on with quiet strength, shouldering the heaviness with a calm resolve, even when the path is uncertain. Letting his courage speak louder than fear. Yet even there, he chooses to shine through the hardest days. Vulnerability became his courage, and that courage became the steps that carry us both forward. His courage in the face of illness continues to remind me. Legacy isn't only built in moments of triumph. It is shaped in the moments when we choose to endure, to hope, and to love in spite of what we're facing. Alongside cancer, my husband carries another journey, sobriety. And I use the word carries intentionally, because sobriety is not a one-time event. It is a daily practice, a spiritual commitment renewed each and every morning. I've watched him choose life, not just when the world is watching, but in the quiet moments when no one else is. He chooses clarity, he chooses presence. By God's grace and his own courage, alcohol is no longer the story of his life. Through faith, through the support of community, and through the strength of his daily choices, he reclaimed his life, redefined by the quiet strength of sobriety, purpose, and love. His journey has taught me something powerful. Strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it's simply the steady rhythm of choosing again and again. And it is deeply spiritual. For my husband, sobriety is rooted in faith, leaning on God, leaning on prayer, leaning on the promise that every day carries enough grace for the next step. Watching him has shown me that sobriety is less about perfection and more about surrender. Surrendering to his higher power, to his community, and to love that heals. Cancer and sobriety are only part of our story. For 35 years, my husband and I have walked this path, and I want to be honest with you. Marriage is not easy. It has never been about perfection, but about the willingness to keep showing up for one another. It is a journey that asks for patience, grace, forgiveness, resilience, and faith. 35 years has held challenges that tested us, setbacks that made us question, and dreams that still wait for us on the horizon. But it has also held growth, joy, laughter, and the kind of intimacy that only comes from weathering storms together. What I've learned is this: marriage is legacy. Not just the big anniversaries or the picture-perfect moments, but the daily choice to stay, to love, to forgive, and to dream again. Our marriage has been a mirror, reflecting back our flaws, our strengths, our hopes, and our faith. It has been a classroom, teaching us patience, resilience, and grace. And it has been a sacred space where even in the storms, we have found each other and held on. I'd like to invite us into a sacred pause. Take a deep breath. There is a South African proverb that says, "Love, like rain, does not choose the grass on which it falls." That wisdom reminds me of my husband's journey. Love has covered him in every season, in sickness and in health, in sobriety and in struggle, in joy and in pain. It has not been selective. It has not come only when life felt easy or beautiful. Love has shown up like rain, steady, nourishing, and falling freely, covering everything it touches with life. Gentle, constant, and always enough. Soaking the ground, sustaining what is fragile, and helping new life take root, while pouring grace over every season. That's what I see in him. The courage to keep walking, yes, but also the humility to let love fall on him and through him so that others, myself, our children, our grandchildren, our community, are nourished too. This walk, whether it's sobriety, illness, marriage, or simply living, it's not a sprint. It's a daily returning to what is sacred, a daily choosing of faith, of love, of legacy. My husband's story is not just about surviving cancer or remaining sober. It is about choosing life with intention. It is about allowing faith to shape every step. It is about living a legacy of love in real time. In his quiet moments, he often shares that he wishes his mom could see him now. The man he has become, his sobriety, his courage. So let me say this to him and to anyone carrying that same longing. Our mothers, our ancestors, they do see us. They walk with us in ways we cannot always explain, but can deeply feel in our spirits. I know his mom's proud. She sees his daily walk. She sees his choices. She sees the legacy he's carrying forward. That truth, that faith, reminds me that our legacy is always bigger than us. It is shaped by those who come before, and it is carried into the lives of those who will come after. As I reflect on my husband's journey, his courage through cancer, his daily commitment to sobriety, and 35 years of carrying each other's pain, hopes, dreams, loss, and love, I see legacy as something deeply human and deeply spiritual. Legacy is the willingness to keep walking, to keep growing, to keep loving through challenges, through setbacks, through growth, and through dreams still waiting to be reached. And before I close, I want to speak directly to my husband. I see you. I'm so proud of you. And I love you. Until next time, I'm Dr. G, and this is I Am Living.